everybody, my name is Matt Ross. I am an international male model. And you guys are watching the second official episode of the hashtag Matt Effect show. On today's episode, what I did is I created a sequence of stories that went live on Instagram stories.
What's up, guys? So I'm going to start training and in about 2 hours I'm going to film the next episode of the hashtag Matt Effect show. So comment or direct message me with your questions now. Guys, I really don't mind what the question is. If you want to know how much we make, how to get signed, what our training regime is, what we eat, I really don't care. I want to add value to you, so hit me up now.
So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reading them out and then answering them for you on camera. Alright guys, the first question of the day comes from Jack.Woodburn. He says, "What's up brother? I was wondering how the modeling industry was because I'm really keen to take this as a profession when I'm older and you seem like the guy to talk to. Could you please give me a few tips?" Alright Jack, how is the modeling industry? Bro, it is brutal. It is competitive. You never have any surety. You never know if you're gonna book jobs or if you're gonna basically be sitting on your butt all day. In the same respect, you can make a ton of money. You will get to travel if you can get placed. But ultimately, bro, I can't speak for you or your look or whether or not you're gonna succeed or fail at this. So what I think the best thing for you to do is when you are ready to get into modeling, whatever city you're in, I haven't checked your page, but I'll take a look a bit later. Whichever city you're in, you need to, one, go and watch this video, which I put on the screen right now, which is how to get signed with a modeling agency. And then what you need to do is you need to try it. You need to go to all the top agencies in your city. You need to ask them, hey, would my look, the way I look, work in this market, and would you be willing to work with me? And what I mean is, for you guys who don't know what that means, is when I say you work in a market, means that in a city or a country or anything like that, there are specific looks, specific types of people that work really well. So I personally work very well in India. I don't know, it's just the look I have. They seem to like the way I look. So you need to go and apply. You need to go to all the biggest agencies and you just need to try it out, bro. It's amazing. It can be very rewarding, but in the same respect, if you're not the top 1%, if you're not the one who's booking and your look doesn't work in the market, it can be very exhausting because you don't book anything. And it's the same reason why now, outside of season in Cape Town, why I'm pushing so hard for YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud. I'm keep myself busy. I build my own brand. All right, guys, today's second question comes from Riley Rose, or Riley_Holy, I believe. And her question is, how old were you when you got into the modeling, or when you got into modeling? Truthfully, I went in high school, so probably grade 11, so I was probably around 17, 18. But then after high school, I wasn't sure. I was thinking of going into medicine or law. And then I worked on a cruise ship. I worked as a part-time stripper. I then worked as a magician doing magic shows. So there was a lot of stuff that I did before modeling, but I took it really seriously from the beginning of last year. After dieting and shooting and gymming for 4 years, I moved over onto my agency's main board, which means it's like their top models. At the beginning of 2016, a month later, I signed with my first international contract with TFM Models in Mumbai, India, and proceeded to move there for 6 months and work there. So it's Riley, that's the answer. The third question of the day comes from Zoe Scheller, who I believe is probably Cape Town based because she knows my agency. And she asks, "Hi there, I'm really interested in joining Topco, which is my mother agency here in Cape Town, and I'm planning on applying soon. I was just wondering if you could maybe tell me what it's like being part of the agency." Now Zoe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a more general question because I want to add value to all the other aspiring models who watch this video. So Zoe, forget about my experience at the agency, forget about the experience at Topco. Let's talk about the overall experience at a model agency. Now this is it, guys. If you are the top 1%, right? If you are what the market, and when I say the market, I mean the clients that come into a company and are shooting, if you are what the market is looking for, a model agency is going to be amazing. They're going to handle your bookings, they're going to manage your schedule, they're going to make sure you get there, they're going to give you a rate, they're going to ensure that you get your money, they're going to do the things that they need to be doing. But if you aren't the look, right, if you aren't what the clients are wanting, then a model agency has no use, right? To you, of course, a model agency, of course, has a use, and my agency has a use, and every other agency in the world has a use. But if you aren't what the market is looking for, then it's not going to help you at all. And that's not a bad thing on the agency's part. They can only provide as much work as what is being requested and for the demographic that is being requested. So Zoe, I think to answer your question, it's great being a part of an agency if you have the correct look. I was very, very lucky enough that the Top Gun Models placed me in Mumbai, India, and I was able to work there for 6 months and get some insane pictures and have an amazing experience and turn over a lot of money. And make a lot of contacts and meet new friends and all of that sort of stuff. So it's great. They will also push you. They will help you find reliable photographers, so you're not dealing with scam artists or any people who want you to get nude for no reason or anything like that, because those people do exist, unfortunately, in the fashion industry. But yeah, honestly, guys, the advantage of an agency is if you have the look they're working for, they'll work really hard for you. But, and this is probably the most important thing, is I think that every single one of us needs to work on our personal branding. And what I mean by that is that if you don't know if a market is going to accept you or not, you need to develop your Facebook, you need to develop your Instagram, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your SoundCloud, your YouTube videos. That's my agency texting right now. I've got a casting on Monday, guaranteed. But you need to build your own personal brand so that when the market goes quiet on you, you can still work. All right, guys, the final question of today's the hashtag Matt Effect Show comes from Jack Bauermeister, and he asks, hey Matt, I really want to do some traveling around August or September. Do you know of some good places around the world for travelers on a budget? Jack, I think it was, bro, to be honest with you, man, it depends on where you're coming from. I haven't had enough time to look at your account. It also just depends on how much you're willing to spend. If you are coming from Europe and you've got pounds or euro, then you could come to Cape Town. That's out of season. It's actually just before season, yeah? And the exchange rate would work well. You've got backpackers here that you could use. I'm personally promoting my city now. I know it sounds a bit cliche, but there's some amazing places to see. You could also go to places in Asia. So you could go to Thailand, stuff like that. Get some really, really amazing images. From what I saw, your account is it's very photographic. So I definitely say Cape Town is a hot spot for amazing places. We've got the beach, the mountain, the winelands, like everything. It's so jam-packed, so geographically saturated that you have a ton there. But dude, what I would say is, bro, we've all got phones, we've all got computers. Just Google, man. Just check it out. Know where you want to go. And maybe if you don't have enough money, maybe it's time that you reconsider, like maybe pushing your trip back a little bit and making some more cash, bro, so that you can go to a place that you really, really want to see that might cost a little bit extra. I'm not trying to sound hard, but we all want to do some things very, very quickly, and sometimes maybe holding off and working a little bit harder so that you can actually enjoy and go to a place that you really, really want to see might be worthwhile. All right, guys, that is the end of the second official episode of the hashtag Matt Effect Show. Guys, it's a weekly thing. It's going to happen every Friday. I'm going to ask for people to submit questions either on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. So follow me on all of those. All the links are down below in the description, or I've popped a few of them on the screen maybe. But yeah, basically hit me up with your questions using the hashtag Matt Effect. So that I can find it. And then I think I'm going to end this video with one question to you beautiful people. The question is this: what makes you at home want to subscribe to a YouTube channel?
We ain't gonna stop till our city's on the map, till our city's on the map, till our city's on the map. Even though some people in it wishing we will fall flat on our face, so we pace ourselves to be great. So we make these tracks that make them run it back to the vibe, take you back to the times we had no worries, everything was okay. Same ones that didn't wave when the boy came through.